Coffee and Makeup is streamed in front of a live YouTube audience.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody this fine and dandy Thursday morning? I do hope you are all well. Let's have a little look-see. So thank you, everybody, for being with us for the 2-minute silence. If you are from another country, if you're not from the UK, you might not understand. Hang on, I think I might change back to the camera. Hold on 1 second, everybody. This camera looks very strange. Let me just flip back to this one. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. So if you are from somewhere outside of the UK, you might not understand what the 2-minute silence is. I don't know whether it is actually honoured the world over, but the 2-minute silence on Armistice Day is just to pay respects to those who lost their lives and everybody who was lost their lives during World War I, but also since then every other major war and conflict since then. So thank you very much, everybody, for allowing me to do that. I will be playing that again, or slightly different version, obviously, on Sunday for Remembrance Sunday. So thank you. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I don't know whether you could tell, but we have a little bit of a Thursday morning live stream makeover. So yes, we've got a little change, as you can see. We've done a bit of a new intro. We've got a bit of a new name as well. So we've got this on. Coffee and Makeup. That's right. It is Coffee and Makeup now. This is what Monday mornings. Yeah, no, this is what Thursday mornings are going to be about. Hang on, let me turn this a lot. I keep, you know, when you keep like snoozing an alarm instead of actually just turning it off, that would make more sense. Bear with me. Turn off. No, off. I've got all of these alerts that are like, you've got 10 minutes until you're live, 5 minutes until you're live. Grab your coffee, do it now. So yeah, anyway, good morning, everybody. It is Coffee and Makeup. Thank you very much for coming to the channel this morning. Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty, and today we are in the beauty side of things because we're going to do some makeup and stuff and generally have a good old chit chat. Right, let's have a look and say hello to everybody who's here on the live stream. Nanette Blackwell, hello Nanette. You say good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is well. Same to you, my darling. Linda, glad you do the 2-minute silence. I switched the TV on and nothing. Oh, really? That's really sad. I know the BBC normally shuts all their broadcasting down for 2 minutes. Oh, that's sad if they didn't do that. Ed, good morning, Ed. Good morning. Good morning. Anita is here. Good morning, one and all. Good morning, Neat. See, luckily, everybody, Anita is so good as a major spanner, right? She is so good at helping us out that she sent me a text or an Instagram, I should say, just before about 10 to 11. Saying, don't forget, it's the 2-minute silence. And I was like, it's all right, I've got it. I was just finishing up sorting out some other bits and then had to oh god, we've had a night of it. We've hardly slept. It's been a whole thing. It's just been a lot of stuff that I probably won't talk about. It's like not between me and Rufus. Everything's fine. It's just been a very stressful night. But anyway, Roxanne, good morning, Roxanne. Good morning. It's nice to be able to come in even if it's only for half an hour. It's always lovely to see you, my darling, even if it is only for half an hour. You're tired but okay. Okie dokie. I'm not so good that you're tired, but good that you're okay. Ed, your bike jacket has 3 reflective poppies on. Fantastic. I was looking for my white. I've got a white poppy, which is the one which is, you know, I guess I would be a conscientious objector if conscription was ever brought back in, but I also understand the realities of life and the universe and war and everything. And coming from a seafaring family, most of my family were in the Navy and were involved in various different wars and skirmishes, from the Falklands to Iraq to all sorts our family have been involved in. So yeah, I always do mark it if I can, even if it is just stopping for 2 minutes. But when I'm able to do it on a bigger scale, like having a channel that I can make a little 2-minute video, then I do. I was once on stage when I was still performing. We did a number and it was obviously it was at this time of year, and we were just prepping the Christmas show, and we did this whole number which kind of dove into the whole kind of poppies and World War One thing. So that was going on stage behind us while we were performing. It was really quite touching, but everybody was just like, meh. You do it in school in America, okay? Do people not stop? Because I mean, technically, World War One ended 103 years ago, where we are now, 103 years ago. But you know. It's not just for World War One, is it? Sorry, you wasn't pecking your head. I know you'd be on it. No. I really appreciate it, Nate. Thank you. Because if I had forgotten, then I would have gone, hey, everybody. You know, the usual kind of like madcap antics. Oakley is here. Hello, you two. How are you doing? I hope you're very, very well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Ness is here. Oh, Ness, I'm going to send you a text. No, I'm not. I'm going to send you an Instagram. I've sorted out. Trying to sort out just so much, right? Sorting out the back room, sorting out the dogs, sorting out. We had a ratty pass away 2 days ago. Yesterday, not even 2 days ago. Jesus, no, 2 days ago, day before yesterday. Yeah, whenever that was. So it's just been incredibly stressful. We've had a lot on, a lot of stuff that I can't talk about yet, but may well be up in another video at some point. Resulting in a lot of stress and resulting in this being an absolute cut off at 1 o'clock because we need to be out of here and on the motorway. So yeah, stuff. Nothing. Nobody's hurt. Nothing's happening. Nobody's poorly, but it's been very stressful. So yeah. So yes. But anyway, what I was saying, Ness, is I've got a video, a photo. Oh, can't even speak. My brain is literally 25 different places. I have a photo to send you on Instagram. I've sorted some bits out that I have in a box. Ed, I've also got your vapes in a bag. Everything's ready to go. I know I keep saying that, but Fibro is kicking my ass at the moment. But I've got some stuff to do with all of that. And why is this banner still running? I didn't even realize this banner was still running. I thought I was on this one. There we go. That's better. Why is the banner still running? It shouldn't have two at the same time. Oh, maybe it can. Right. Okay. I don't know. I'm still working on StreamYard. You've got a reflective. I can't read today either. It doesn't help because I've not slept. You've got a reflective poppy which you always hang on your sanitizer holder. Okay, a pin badge and a paper poppy. That's what I was saying. You had family in the army and air force, so it's important to show your solidarity too. Absolutely. Like whether you like, for me, when I was younger, I used to be very anti Poppy Day, Armistice Day. I thought it was a celebration of war, and I've come to recognize it as a remembrance of those lives lost. So I do have my white poppy, which is what I was saying about. I do have my white poppy, but unfortunately, I think it's possibly in the back room, in my cabinet of curiosities that goes on my altar. So yeah, that's where I think it is. I just couldn't get to the cabinet right now, which is a real shame because I wanted to wear it. But anyway, yeah, poor Ratty. It was really quite sudden, actually. Yeah, it was really sad. Thank you, everyone. You're sure some people do, I'm sure, but not a lot of people have any respect for our military over here. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because there's so much politics involved. But anyway, this is a politics-free channel. This is a channel of positivity, as Nadie would say. So then, hugs from you and Furry Holly Willoughby. Oh, thank you, darling. How's your eye? My vision is still a bit weird, actually. I was talking to Rufus about it yesterday. My vision's still a bit weird. I've actually ordered an eye patch for my right eye, believe it or not. I know, right? I've ordered an eye patch. A proper, like, leather eye patch, a really nice one, actually. So yeah, so that's what I've done. So I've ordered one because my like, it keeps happening. My eye goes a bit blurry, and I don't know what it is, but like, it's just my health at the moment is literally all over the place. I'll talk a little bit about Slimming World as we go on, but we are going to be doing some makeup today. Oh, thank you, Nate. Hang on. Thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, she was a lovely ratty. She wasn't, the last two that we've got aren't ones that we've particularly bonded with, in all honesty. Like, they're perfectly fine, but they're still like, well, now she, not they, she's really skittish, the one we've got left. And we were like they just weren't friendly cuddly rats. And Lena, the one who's left, is still really, she's really all over the place, bless her. And I think it's just her, but you know, they're just doing their own thing, which is absolutely fine. But it's yeah, it was really sad when, like, picked her up, and I said to Rufus, I literally went into the back room and I said to Rufus, Salt Lake's dying. And he was like, you what? I said, Salt Lake's dying. And he was like, what? I said, she's literally dying. I said, look. And I picked her up, and he was like, oh, she doesn't normally let you pick her up like that. I said, I know. And I do what I always do. Again, normally on the other channel we talk about this, but being a hedge witch and like opening the pathways and everything, I was like, right, okay, so I held her on my boob, on my breast, and which is what I always do. And I just knew she was going, and she was. And we don't know whether she's had a stroke or whether she's fallen or what it was. But yeah, it was a bit sad. But then we've had other shit news this week. It's been a really shit news week. But anyway, I am going to play with makeup today, and you might be surprised. Oh, I keep jumping back and forward through conversations. If anybody's new to this channel, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Secondly, if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button and then ding your bell. Change your settings to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time I upload a video. Subscribing and becoming part of the Coffee Morning crew is the only way that you get to put a comment on the Facebook, on the YouTubes. Yeah, the YouTubes. So come over and subscribe on the YouTubes. That would be lovely. We're doing really well with subscribers on this channel at the moment. There's a whole bunch more Slimming World videos that we need to make. I've got soup recipes. I still haven't unpacked the new air fryer. There's so much going on. It's absolutely bonkers, and we've not been well. We are just not. We've not been well enough to do anything. So, but we are gonna be trying to sort out all of that. I've got various videos filmed that I need to edit for both channels, and yeah, it's just hectic at the moment. So we are sorting out a filming schedule moving forward. Anita will be able to contest to the fact that I am in the process of tweaking and making some changes and improving things and putting schedules in place and all of that at the moment, across both channels. So yeah, we're working on that at the moment. We are working on that. So yeah, everything's going a bit mad outside of YouTube, but YouTube we are fine. We've got our Sundays for tarot over on the other channel. We have our Thursday morning, which is now coffee and makeup. That's officially what we are doing, because I sit here every Thursday anyway and do my makeup and I drink coffee. And even if we're supposed to be doing something else, that's what I end up doing. So we might as well do it all in one. Anyway, Vanessa, Little Miss Budget, there in the chat. As I keep saying, I have sorted out a little, in fact, I'm going to send you it now. I know, right? Everybody, just bear with while I remember how to, oh, I need to connect my phone charger as well. Bear with. So yeah, basically, I'm going to send you a picture, Ness, because if you want, I thought this could be a good little video of a brand that I don't know whether you've got any of their products already. But I'm going through all of my makeup still, and I'm sorting out bits and pieces and going, oh, I've got a shitload of makeup. I said to Rufus today, I said, oh, I've just seen this really cool palette, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I'm not buying it. And he's like, why? I said, because I've got so much makeup. I said, I've got a shit ton of makeup. I said, I've got so much makeup. I actually found palettes in my bottom drawer, my dupe drawer. I found palettes in there that I almost bought in TK Maxx last week. Because I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, this looks very similar to blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I can get that. And I thought, no, I don't need any more. No. Turns out I've already got it. Just completely forgot. Already had it. already had it. So yeah, so anyway, I'm sorting out the makeups and I'm sorting out bits and bobs and pieces and things and stuff. Right, how do I do this? How do I do this? Oh yeah, look, there we go, that one and that one. There you are, Ness. Check your Instagram. There's a couple of pictures coming your way, my darling. So yeah, so that is basically what we're doing now. Thursdays are coffee and makeup. We will still talk about Slimming World. We'll still have like a general chit chat, exactly the same. But I was chatting to Anita and I was saying, I don't know what Thursdays are for. Like Sundays are for tarot, and that's work, and that's like work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. Can't sing because of copyright strikes. But I said, I don't know what Thursdays are. And she said, well, they're just to like chat and hang out. And I said, but if I'm doing my makeup, like nobody wants to know about old palettes and nobody's really like, nobody watches that. And she said, well, actually, some people do. And some people might want to pick up some tips and tricks. And actually, that's what people like. Just have a nice chilled out stream. And I thought, you know what? I'm overthinking. I just need to shut up and do what I love, which is drink coffee and talk about makeup, amongst other things. I mean, I love a lot of things. Like I have many moons in my orbit, if that makes sense. So here's me. All the moons are different hobbies and things that I like and I have interests in. So yeah, so we are now coffee and makeup on a Thursday. Cut a long story short, I know, right? 20 minutes in and I'm waffling already. Who'd have thought it? Ness says, I can't read. I need to be, hang on a second. Can I make this bigger? Is it that one? Is it that one? Oh, I can. There we go. You've just had to go at the builders next door. They parked in your cousin's disabled spot and then accused him of not being disabled because he doesn't look ill. Oh, oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? That is bad. That is bad. And okay, Lisa, so sorry. Oh no, thank you, darling. That is really bad, Ness. That's awful, but it happens to your mum a lot too. She's the same and always tells them off. I hope the week gets better for you, Lisa. Sending hugs. Thank you, Roxanne. So Thursday has a new format. Yes, it does. We will start doing some makeup soon. You're looking forward to the soups, Ed? Well, I think the first soup, because we've still got pumpkin left, because we bought giant pumpkins, not for carving, but for eating, because for $1.99 or $2.99, whatever it was in Aldi, for the giant pumpkin, it was like, that's a whole lot of vegetables that goes in the air fryer with a bit of garlic fry like spray, comes out really nice. Then you put it in a pan and just like saute it on the outside just to give it a bit of color. And it's like potatoes and it's free food and it's not got any starches in it. Well, less starch in it. So it's good for you. Anyway, everybody, we are now 21 minutes in. So what are you all drinking? What have you got in your cups? What have you got as your brew? Are you drinking a coffee? Are you drinking a tea? Are you drinking a herbal blend? Have you started on the vodka? Like, no shame, wherever you are in the world. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So yes, absolutely. We are Ness. We are Neat, sorry. We are trying to organize this. I mean, you're lucky I'm wearing clothes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You went ape at them. It's not often you lose your temper, but when you do, oh, I can imagine, my darling. Hello, Anita. Can Nanette Blackwell. Hello, Anita. Can I ask you something? Feel free. Hello, Cobra. Little Cobra's here. Hello, little Cobra. Good morning, my darling, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the big wide world. How are you doing? I hope you are feeling very well this fine and dandy morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the world. That's going to be too much to say every time, so I'm just going to keep saying good morning because it's good morning where I'm in the UK. Tracy Ainsworth, good morning, Tracy. Hello, good morning, everyone. Lisa, sorry you're not feeling well. Have you heard about what? Have you had your vitamin D level checked? Oh my God, Tracy, they have checked my vitamin D. I have got calcium and vitamin D tablets that I was supposed to take, but they are disgusting and they contain milk, which unfortunately I have an intolerance to. So it's a choice of, but I also take a multivit gummy and another, it might actually be a vitamin something else multivit. So I'm taking something like 2,000 times the recommended dose of vitamin D at the moment. It's the fibromyalgia, my darling. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's the fibromyalgia. Ed's giving us, what's that emoji, Ed? Is that a bobble hat? Is that a winter bubble hat? I can't see what that is. I know, right, without my glasses on. Yes, and that, of course. Hi, little Cobra Tracy. How can we also talk about your Rockerbox video? Oh my word. Do you know? They haven't got back to me. They haven't replied. They have not replied to my message. I was quite frankly shocked at Rockerbox. And I'm the only channel that's talking about it. I'm the only one, literally, I've got the box here next to me. I'm the only one that's going, hang on a second, this isn't this. It's a different product. It says it on it, Skin Chemist Advanced Brightening Toner, and this is a collagen toner. It says it on it. And then on this with a price, you know the channel, oh, I can't remember what it's called. You'll all know who she is. She does all the spoilers, and like she does the photos, and she's Hi My Lovelies, and then like it's on a white screen, black text. Can't remember what the channel's called, but anyway, on her video for Rockerbox, because obviously they'd said to her it's this product and this product and this product, she went and got the retail value of this at £43, same as I did. So it's not just that they, you know, like on the day that this was printed, it was sent out at £34, and then the next day they raised their price. It's not like that. It was literally, that was the price on their website. So she found that out. I went and did a search. I found that out. It's absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And then this symbiosis thing, it does seem to do the trick. I've got it here actually. I might put some on in a second because I've not done my morning routine. Have I done a morning routine yet? Oh no, I haven't. And my box is there. Balls. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that first. So we'll do that before I put my makeup on. Hold on, everybody. I know, right? Oh, good Lord. Right, hold on. This is my skincare box, which you are seeing as a sneak peek of the video, which is my skincare video I have just done. Oh God, it took a long time to film. It did. So I've got a whole video coming, a whole video. If you order something from Lisa's shop, will it be shipped to America? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. If you order from Etsy, it will. And if you order from, if you order from the shop, the website or Etsy, it will absolutely go. There's more items on the shop when you click through on the sum up shop. But the only thing with that is I'm not sure about anything that we make. Right. So anything that we make that says it's made by Kirsty or made by me or even made by Rufus, that we can ship internationally. The stuff that it says this is sent directly from our supplier, we might not be able to do that because they send it out direct and they're already quite expensive for shipping just to the UK. So yeah, and like you don't pay that, we absorb all of that, which we're going to have to discuss. But anyway, yeah, you just looked at your Instagram. Did you see the brand? Would you like them, Ness? Because I've literally gone through, I have spent like probably an hour swatching palettes earlier this morning, trying to decide what I wanted to put on my face today. And I was like, realistically, am I going to use these products? And I was like, well, I've got one of the products from this brand. So the brand is Catrice. I've got one of the palettes here today, and I was like, right, I'm going to try using this because I think I've used it once and I really like the formula. So I was like, right, I'm going for this sort of browns and neutrals. I know, neutrals, neutrals. So I was like, because of what I'm wearing, I thought browns and neutrals will go really well, but I'm going to add a little pop of colour with the Juvia's Place. So this is the makeup that we're going to be using today, okay? And so I thought, do you know what we'll do? We'll do a full face today. Everything I'm going to be using is budget brands, but it's not Revolution. I don't think I've got any Makeup Revolution here at all, apart from the setting spray, because that's the only company, that's the only ones I've got is from Revolution. So that's what we're going to do today. And I thought, I was like putting stuff aside. I've put your palettes aside, neat as well. I've got a couple of bits and pieces that I'm sorting out for people and putting them into like these, trying not to dox myself, but put them into like little envelopey things and standing them one on top of each other, ready so that I know when they need to go out. So yeah, I've been sorting that out as well as doing some shop stuff and things. So it's all been a bit hectic and it's all like everything's going fine. But I'm getting ready to put, that made no sense, is it? But anyway, so the stuff's there ready to post. So if you want it, Ness, just yeah, if you want it, I'll send it out to you. Not for not far off the rum in the coffee. Okie dokie. Rockerbox was terrible. Yes, absolutely. But nobody else has talked about it. Roxanne, you've got to head out, but you'll watch on the replay later tonight. Thank you, my darling. If, like Roxanne, you are watching this on the replay, shall we have... is there a poppy emoji? I'm not sure there is. Is there a red flower emoji? Any type of red flower, we'll put that into the chat if you are here on the as part of the replay crew. That would be absolutely lovely. Thank you. And Roxanne, it was really good to see you, and hopefully you'll be able to join us again on another one. Take care, my darling. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Nanette, you've had a hard time putting on makeup, and you're happy that I'm talking about how to put makeup on. Absolutely, absolutely. Also, like, I might have been wearing makeup since I was like 16, 15. Yeah, 15. And I might have been doing it for a long time, and doing it on stage, and doing it in all sorts of different environments with lots of different price points of makeup. But I'm not an expert. I'm not obviously a makeup artist. I have done a lot of people's makeup over the years, but I'm not a makeup artist. But I just enjoy playing with makeup. So yeah. You're drinking water. Curious Holland is here. Hello, Holland. Morning, all. Morning, my friend. Happy birthday for the day that isn't today. Now, because of my brain, I don't remember whether that was yesterday or the day before yesterday, or it could have been a month ago. I don't think it was a month ago, but it could be, because my ADDH brain is a bit boogered, let alone with fibro, let alone with COVID. So, you know, add all that together. Yeah. It's bad that I haven't replied to you, and you're the only one talking about it, as you're the only authentic channel. I didn't even check, you know. That was the strange thing. When I was doing the unboxing, I was like, oh, and it's funny because that toner, I was like, oh, okay. And I read on the description, it said something about it's got sweet almond oil and something else and something else. Right, I'm doing my skincare while we talk, right? So I thought, okay, that's strange. And in my brain, I thought, but it says collagen. And I just because I was talking ADDHD, and I'm not joking when I say to people I've got ADD or ADDHD, I'm not joking. Like, this isn't like, we genuinely think, obviously as an adult it's really hard to get diagnosis, but we genuinely think that the way that my brain functions is neurodiverse on the ADDHD spectrum. So when I say that, it's like a genuine thing, right? So anyway, so yeah, I've got to say, I was flabbergasted, in all honesty. And when I was editing it, I was like, I'll just double check the prices. And then it was just like, what? If you don't know what we're talking about, go and have a look at the Rockerbox video that I posted a day or two or three ago. I think it was on Tuesday. Yeah, it must have been Tuesday, because it turned up on Monday. And normally what I do is I go rush, get the video up as soon as possible, be one of the first ones to upload it. And this time I was like, right, I just want to check the prices. It's my last one, you know, probably my last one. And then as we went through, like, and it's really funny because when I was filming it, I was more upset about the fact that we got deluxe minis and a little tiny perfume sample, and there was only 5 items in the box. And then thinking about it, like afterwards, like after we'd eaten and stuff, I was sat talking to Rufus, and I was like, I don't really get the luxury either. Like, I don't really get this luxe. Like, yes, one of the eye creams is supposed to be worth 72 quid, but we got Avant eye creams, and apparently they share an address. So whatever, like, I'm not even going to do a deep dive. I really want to, though. I really do want to do a deep dive. But I was sat there and I said, it doesn't even feel that like that luxe to me. I said, there's a couple of minis and there's a little perfume sampling thing, which is crap, but you can use the little bottle. It's really useful. And I said, and the rest of it is just like stuff we've had before. I said, and some makeup rounds that are just like, they're fine, but you can buy them in Poundland, and you can buy better quality ones, arguably, in Poundland. And he was like, okay. So I said, I'm cancelling it. I said, I've got so much stuff. Right, talking of which, let's do my face. I said, I've got so much stuff that literally, I said, I could probably not get another sub box and be okay for skincare products, probably for a year. maybe not quite a year, and I would run out of certain things, certain serums I would run out of, absolutely, definitely. So I'm putting on my face the Argyle line from The Ordinary, and this was recommended and in fact bought for me by the lovely Anita. I'm still using the one that you sent me. Low spoons day to day. Looks like you too, Lisa. Do I look like I've got like, yeah, a bit out of spoons? I'm using, like, I think I'm currently up to February 2027's spoons. That's where I am now. So eventually I'm going to run out of time because I keep borrowing from spoons from the future. But anyway, this is really good. It really does, when I use it regularly, which the skincare video is all about, and I'll explain a few things in there. But when I use it, it does actually work on my forehead lines. But this is the reason, Neat, while I've still got this bottle and there is that much in it, because I might not have been doing my skincare as much as I was when I was doing skincare as part of the Sundays. So anyway, right, that's my first serum. Then I'm going to use the OK Illuminating Serum, this one. I've got 3 serums to use. I know, right? And a moisturizer step, and definitely a blue light filter, because that's definitely a thing. Oh my God, Mud Masky can just F off. They really, really can. Ness, I think a lot of people that do get Rockerbox as PR don't want to tell the truth and annoy the company, but that is them lying to your subscribers. It was just, Ness, it was the fact that they went, it was like, here's a product sneak peek of this product. And they named it one thing on the video. There was like a little TikTok thing where you put the video, you know, you put the title on like I've got on screen. So they named it correctly there. But in all the description, they used the wrong name and the wrong item. But then in the leaflet, they're like, we love all of these. These are our hero products. We are personally selecting our favourites. So what's your favourite then, Rockerbox? Is it the item that's pictured that you sent us, or is it the item that you're raving about in this bit of blurb that is taken directly from the company's website? Almost word for word. Like, what is it? What is the item that you love so much you put it in the box? Is it the one pictured or the one you're talking about? Because they're 2 very different products with very different ingredient lists. And if you were allergic to something in one, like, I mean, I'm not being funny, but the bottles are that big. They're really small print on them as well. So you would go, oh, it's fine. This one's got sweet almond oil in it. It hasn't got collagen. So I'm fine, even though it says collagen toner. Oh, it must just be the name of it. And then, poof, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. That is so kind of Lisa. And yes, please, I've not tried cat rice. I will have a look out and see what else I've got left from the advent calendar. Don't get me wrong, I like a lot of the products. It's just, as I'm going through the collection, I'm like, oh, I have this same palette about 5 times over from different brands with slightly different layouts, but it's basically the same palette. So one's a neutral, one's a slightly neutrally like taupe. That is taupe. Can somebody explain it? Right, all of you watching this in the chat and in the replay, if you're live or in the replay, what is the difference between taupe and mauve? Mauve. Because like different companies, one company says this is taupe and it's like a stone buff color, and then another company says this is taupe and it's like almost a cold lilac, and I'm like, okay, but I thought that was mauve. And then another company says, well, no, that's mauve, and I'm like, but I don't know, like, I don't understand. So yeah, so is it like billion, where billion in the UK used to be 1,000 million, and then it got changed to the American use of billion, which is a million. Yeah, that. Is that right, or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around. Anyway, so yeah, if you actually know what the difference is, like, please let me know, because I get so. This is also right. If anyone's ever had this OK Illuminating Serum, it's been in a lot of sub boxes. It's very, very good. If you watch the skincare video when it goes up, which will probably be, what day are we on now? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It may well be Saturday. If not, it may well be Monday. No, it won't be Saturday because I've got car vlog to edit for Saturday. So it may well be Monday that the skincare video goes up. There may well be one of these in a sneak, like, emergency surprise giveaway that's in that video. It's all I'm saying. But when you get it, or if you get it, or if it's in a giveaway, because I don't know, it might not be, but it is, but it might not be. If you ever buy this, right, the way to get the product into there is you squeeze it all out, all the air out, right? And any of these droppers, squeeze all the air out, put it in, and then let go, and it sucks it up into there. So I'll show you. Look, that now there's product. Whereas if you don't do that, right, so say if it's empty and you just do that and then you're like squeezing it up, you get a little, I don't know if you can see, it's like a little air bubble. That there is where the product is, and the difference is you get a drop. So that is how you use these droppers. It's so annoying if you're not used to them. It's just really annoying. So this is the illuminating serum. I keep checking on the time. As long as I can start my face by midday, I should have enough time to do all the steps that I need to do in order to do what I need to do today. We want to get loaded. So yeah, I am trying to stay on top of taking my medication every day like a good girl. I am trying to stay on top of doing my hormone gel every day like a good girl, and I'm trying to take care of my skincare every day like a good girl. All of those things are trying, because I may or may not be doing all of those things on a regular basis at the moment, but I will be. I'm really pleased, Ness. I like the products, the stuff in the advent calendar. I've got I think, did I pull out the highlighter? Yes, I did. There's a really lovely golden highlighter as well, which I'm probably going to use for eyeshadow for this look. And then I think this may well be on the way to you as well. I don't know, but I will have a look. If you're not a bit weirded out by it, I do have some other budget brand stuff that I was looking at today, and I was thinking, am I actually going to do videos with this stuff? Because if not, I would rather pass it on to someone who can make a video out of it and use it. And if you don't like it, pass it on to someone else, rather than it just sitting in my bottom drawer or sitting in my drawers and going, oh, I'm going to reach the expiry date soon. Keep going, and just go off, because that's exactly what's happening. Yes, look, there is the website for authenticwitch.co.uk. The witch is spelt with a Y, just because. So yeah, that's the link to the website if you want to go and have a little look. See, how's it going? It's slow at the moment, my darling Holland. It is very slow at the moment, but you know, oh, thank you. You said, oh, look at that. The two flowers. Put either the flowers, the pink one or the other one, into the live chat if you are able to, everybody. Oh, I see what's happening. Right. There we go. If you are able to, that will be lovely on the replay crew. That's lovely, because there isn't a poppy. You think it's time to quit Rockerbox? I agree. Especially because the sneak peek for next month, like, see all those colors? I mean, it's not the same, but like those colors and this is more pinky, but I've got those. I've got, like, I just happen to have blood sugar next to me as well, because this is what I used to do my face yesterday when I went to Slimming World. And it's like, right, so we've got, it's like there's a couple of burnt oranges and a couple of shimmers. Well, the shimmer, I've got a really nice deep red shimmer there. Like, this is a bit reddish orange. It's probably the only one I haven't got is the burnt orange in this palette. Apart from that, this palette is pretty much, you know what I mean? So, like, I've already said to Rufus, I'm probably going to cancel it. In fact, I should do that now. I should do that today, but I'm not going to, because I've got 150 things to do today. And none of them involve sitting in front of a laptop for very long. Nanette, you can do basic makeup. Hang on a second, everybody. I'm really struggling to see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Is it on this one? No, it's on the brand button. Hang on. I know, right? It's what you all come to this channel for me to go, I can't make anything work. There we go. I can see things better now. You've been since you were 12, but you helped you to do it fancy. Oh, thank you, my darling. Also, Bloom and Blossom is owned by Birchbox. Is it? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Like, Ico is owned by the Hut Group. I know, as is Illamasqua, which is why you get a lot of Illamasqua and Ico in Glossybox. The Ordinary has a blanket 23% off everything in November. Oh, now that's interesting. Now that's very interesting. Thank you, Nate. I will have to have a little. Can you do me a favor and send me that on Instagram? Just like remind me of that, because I will forget pretty much as soon as this video is done. In fact, I will probably have forgotten as soon as I take it off the screen, to be honest. It's like they're trying to rip them off. Do you know what it is, Ed? Right, with Rockerbox, like there's a lot of products in there. It's worth for £19, it's worth it, right? Including postage, it is worth it for all the products. It really is genuinely worth the price. But is it worth it? Like, would I choose to subscribe to a box knowing that there's so many issues with it? Probably not. But also, like, my skincare collection is so massive, like even just in this tub, like just in this box, this is my everyday, like morning and most of my nighttime. There's a couple of other bits over there, but like all of this stuff in here, it's like there's probiotic, there is AHC, there's a lot of Dr. Botanicals, actually, because I love Dr. Botanicals, like Dr. Botanicals. Oh, and another, oh, that's not Dr. Botanicals. Sorry, Dr. Botanicals. Oh, I didn't put that one on. Oh, is it too late? No, I'm going to do one more serum step. The Coconut Noir Time Reverse Facial Serum, which I also really like. So yeah, I like that one. So I'm putting this everywhere. So to be honest with you, like, I don't need any more skincare. I mean, I said to, again, me and Rufus were chatting about it. I was like, I could go a year without actually running out of skincare. I might run out of eye cream, or I might run out of a toner, but I could pretty much go a year without subscribing. So in 6 months' time, in May, I am going to look at the options then. Because what I might do is I might try and get not Birchbox, the other one that begins with B, BoxyCharm. That's what I might try and get. So yeah, so that might be a thing. Taupe is a light brown. Okay. Taupe is a light brown and mauve is a purple, but they both have grey in them. You see, this is it. That's what I thought. I mean, that's the way round I thought. But then I think it was Colourpop that released a taupe palette, and it was mauve. It was purple. So I don't really understand. Good morning. What we having a rant about today? Just Rockerbox, Kirsty, the usual, my darling. How are you? I nearly rang you last night. Oh my God, we need a catch up. But I don't know when that's likely to be, because we are at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, I'm waking Rufus up. He went to bed at 9:30. So at 1 o'clock, I'm waking Rufus up. At 1:45 at the latest, we are in the car and on the way up to near Merseyside to sort something out. But yeah. Yeah, Anita's like, we're ranting about Rockerbox. We are. Everyone's saying hello to Kirsty. It's no different. What? It's no different product wise than you would get in a £10 box. It's not the luxe box they made it out to be. No, I know. And I don't get glossy box, but it tells you something, right? It tells you something. I watched mentioning no names and casting no shade while I put on my moisturizer. Do I need to do anything else first? Yes, my eye cream. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to do this because it is 11:46, so we're okay for time. I don't have to panic too much. Oh, also, can I just say, right? Can I just point out one thing? Oh, I would like, oh yeah, just point out one thing. Sometimes I do have an opinion when I first see a product, and then my opinion changes. Point in order the Birchbox mirror, the little, oh, I've got hair in my mouth, the little crappy mirror that I was like, it's crap, what the hell? That is in my handbag and I use every single day. I mean, I called this all the names under the sun. I said it was useless, and yet it's actually like possibly my most used sub box item that I have had in donkey's years. You've had the eye cream and skin chemists in other boxes. Absolutely, yeah, I do. Well, this is what I'm using now. Oh no, it's not skin chemist. This is the Symbiosis, but it's not the one that came in this month's box. It's one that came in a box before, because this one has got glycolic acid and RNA. So, you know, it's scientifically proven to make me look young. So I'm just going to whack this on first. Blimey, if the Ordinary have got a discount at the moment, I'll definitely have a look and stock up. Not that it's exactly expensive anyway, but you know, a discount is a discount. Absolutely, Kirsty. And to be honest with you, like, this is how I got 5 of these in my skincare collection when they were on, like, Dr. Botanicals. If you don't know, by the way, there is hi, if you want to save yourself 20% on Dr. Botanicals, please use code Lisa20 at checkout. That's right, Lisa20 at drbotanicals.com. Or if you sign up for their sales thing, their like tester thing, you can get various deals every month to get products at ridiculously cheap. Like I've got a backup of their Cocoa Noir. One of these came in a sub box, and I think the backup is supposed to be $59.99. But I got it for possibly £15. It was like, they always have these ridiculous, like, save 80% sale items or tester items when you sign up to be one of their testers or product like reviewers. But the thing is, you don't get to choose. So when something is on discount, if it's something I like, then I will grab it. If not, I just use my 20% code Lisa20 at checkout. I know, right? I'm like Jacqueline Hill, only I don't sell makeup. I don't sell furry lipstick or jewelry that makes your neck go green, allegedly. But look, she stole from somebody else, allegedly. Anyway, so yeah, so like, in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to miss it. I am going to miss the unboxings. Oh, and I did have a thought. I thought, you see, now, Kirsty, my darling, just you and me on the channel. Nobody else is here. Private conversation, right? Do you get Rockerbox? Because if you don't, and you were wanting, or if you do but you're not sure about and you're thinking about cancelling, I have had an idea, whether it's Rockerbox or another beauty box, that basically we get a box and we split it between us. And the idea this could work, right, is say it's Rockerbox, right? And it's my turn in November. So in November, I pick, there's 5 items in the box. So I pick the first item that I want, 1 item that I want. And then you get to pick 2 items next. So you get this, like, the second and third best option in the box. And then I get to pick the 4th item. And then you would get to pick the last one. And if there's bonuses, if there's 6 items, then I just get what's left. So that basically, this is what I was thinking, right? And then the following month in December, you would get first pick, I would get second and third pick, you would get 4th pick, and I would get 5th, and then you would get whatever's left. So I don't know whether that's something that anybody would be interested in doing with me, because I thought it'd still be a good way of doing beauty content, but it basically means that we're only getting half of the box, spending half the money, and also then it kind of makes it a bit more interesting as to, because it's a bit like that thing, you know, when you've got all the kids in the playground and you're like I would get picked to go in goal at football or netball or hockey, or what else was it? What's the other one? I wanted to say lacrosse, but we didn't do lacrosse. No. But I would always get picked to go in goal because I was fat. So they always thought, oh, yeah, well, you know, you should be able to block people. Never worked. I was crap at sports. Anyway, last moisturizing step for me today. This is now, what's that? 1 serum, 2 serums, an eye cream, and a moisturizer. That's not bad going. I'm back on it. How puffy are my eyes? Do I need a bit of caffeine? I don't think they're too bad, actually, considering I've not slept. I'm going to use the Dr. Botanicals Hemp Moisturizer. I love this. I fucking love this. Oh, this one's sealed. Where's my open one then? Oh, have I got it over there? I mean, it doesn't matter because I use them so rapidly. Is it there? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. I literally. Oh, did I use it up? I might have used it up. I think I used it up. Oh no, it's here. Ugh. almost used it up. So yeah, anyway, it's really good. Larizzi regularly feature in 310 boxes too. I know, right? They or 310 box. I don't know what that is. Larizzi's all over the place. I've never heard of Larizzi. Has anyone else heard of Larizzi? Has anybody else, like, I don't mean like heard of, I mean like outside of a beauty box, because it's a bit like these skincare brands, right? A lot of these skincare brands are sold in spas, and we know that Symbiosis and Skin Chemists and London Botanicals or whatever it's called, they're all sold in the spas, which is great. But when you're selling something in a spa, the markup is very, very high. Now, if it had gone on this year, there's a professional beauty like expo that happens in Manchester, and they cancelled the Manchester one, but they kept the London one, and I managed to get on the list for it. I'm not going to say how, but I did. I managed to get on the list for this expo, and I thought, well, if it's in Manchester, we'll go along, like do a bit of filming, see what all the products are, and do a bit of like snooping, basically, a bit of snooping. But then they cancelled it, and it was in London. I was like, I'm not going all the way to London for that. It's ridiculous. Kirsty, they don't agree with Black Friday, so every year they do a blanket discount throughout November on everything. I always stock up. Yes, and I think, wasn't it to do with me? It's something to do with like, it's something to do with the first year they did it, it was like maybe 19%, because maybe it was 2019. No, but that's not right. I can't remember, but like the first year they did it, it was at and then the following year it went up a percentage, and the following year went up a percentage point. So each year the sale price gets slightly better, so it's absolutely worth it. Little Miss Budget asking Kirsty how things are. You nearly rang me too, but you lost connection. Oh gosh, that's useful. Yeah, that's useful. Hey Ness, I'm doing better than I was, thanks honey, but hopefully we'll be feeling an awful lot better soon. Yeah, I hope so. So does Ness. Look, I hope so, Kirsty. It's been a very stressful time for you. It really is, isn't it? It really is. More bonkers than the wildest fantasy story. Honestly, Han, I should probably think of writing a book about it someday, just because the universe thinks we haven't got enough. I know, right? Enough happening. Your car battery went yesterday and cost you 150 for a new one. So I don't know whether I must have told the story about the couple of weeks back when we were late getting to Slimming World because coming back from Hartlepool, like there was no oil in the car and everything was like rattling and we could only do 50 down the motorway. Well, that all got repaired and everything got sorted with whatever that was. And that was, when was that? Oh, because the engine light came on. So that was like an amount of money, quite a large amount of money. And then Rufus said to the guy, well, look, it's due the MOT by the end of the month. So if I book it in, we'll come and do the MOT in Halfords as well. Fair enough. So Rufus was like, nothing's really going to need doing now. The spark plugs have been done. The engine, whatever things have been done. The cam belt's fine. This is fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, nearly £400 later, we got the car back for just under £400. So yeah, exactly. I know, right, Ed? I know, right? 150 quid for a new battery. Choose. Don't get rocker anymore. You've still got a year's worth of face and body stuff, so really don't need any at the moment, hun. I know, right? Me neither. This is what I'm thinking. But what I think, sorry that you're having a bad time. Yeah, it was just very stressful, Nanette. She's moved house with 3 kids in tow in half term. Just bonkers. You had to get RAC out in the end. To be honest, if we could have got our sales about 30, 40 less, but it needed sorting for the school run in the morning. Yeah, absolutely. This is it, isn't it? It's how they've got you. They've got you. It is proper crappy, Ed. Thanks, Nanette. It'll sort itself out. Sending virtual hugs. Everyone's sending virtual hugs. You know, and a bottle of rum. Hey ho, and a bottle of rum. Thanks, Ed. Have I got? Yeah. No, right. Okay, I'm all caught up with the chat. But you're right. It doesn't take much to put the idea of alcohol in Kirsty's head. Right. I'm drinking some coffee. This is not packed. Packed is in the other one. This is a new extra special coffee, Italian blend, extra special coffee, instant from that there Asda. because I had to pop in yesterday very briefly, which is really funny actually, because there's a girl on the tobacco counter with a lottery counter and things, right? And she's always got, I don't see her very often, but she's always got really lovely makeup, and her makeup was phenomenal, like greens, like bright green, a nice white ice white green, underneath was a darker green, and I was like, oh, I love your makeup. And she said, oh, thank you, I like yours too, because I went all dark and gothy and blood red and grrr yesterday. And I said, oh, what palette is it? And she went, oh, this is a makeup palette by Nikki Tutorials, I don't know if you know her. And I was like, I've got that palette. I said, it's really good. I said, I absolutely love that palette. I said, a friend of mine, Neat, I said, she ended up buying the palette as well. I said, even though she's more on the neutral side, I said, and she really liked it. I said, and there's so many people, I said, because it keeps coming up on Beauty Bay at 50% off. I said, and I keep telling people, if it's there at that price, nab it, even if you're unsure of it, because at £12.50, there's going to be at least 4 or 5 shades that you like. And actually, anyway, so we had a whole discussion about makeups, did there? What? Oh, £208 for 2 new tyres. Jesus. This must be the month for cars. This must be the month for expensive cars, for car expenses, rather. You can imagine you and your cousin are missing your live streams. Yeah, I know. She will be coming back to them, won't you, love? Won't you, love? You will be coming back to them, Kirsty. You promptly found the part you need on eBay, £15. Thanks to the bank of Dad. It's on its way to you. Oh, thank God for that, Ed. You're like, eventually it'll all be on the road. Everything will be great. You'll be doing wheelies or something that bike people do. You have to get really good tires for the bloody snow. Yeah, I know, right? God, Jesus. Surprised you don't have chains on your tires, Nate. Anyway, so this is that Italian blend coffee. It's quite nice. For £2, whatever it was, a tub, it's a jar. It's actually quite nice. Oh, God, but I need plenty of coffee today. Today's going to be a stressful one. Right, so I think we've given my face enough time, haven't we? Have we given it enough time? Yeah, feels good. Fingers crossed you'll be back on them soon. You're lovely. Having a stable interconnection helps. Yeah, this is the problem. Like Kirsty's in an interim house right now. So she's moved, but this isn't where she's moving to. It's like she's not jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. She's jumped out of the frying pan just to the edge of the ladle. Like just the little, you know, the spatchy bab. She's just on the handle of the spatchy bab. So she's jumped out of the frying pan onto the spatchy bab to then jump into the fire later. Yeah, something like that. You don't know how well we go in together, but would you take you if we have a skincare and makeup? Well, I don't know how we could go in together, but would you take me what I should be given for skincare and makeup? Would I take you what I should be given for skincare and makeup? I don't know what you mean in there. To be fair, the only reason I was suggesting doing a rocket box with Kirsty is for the sake of a YouTube. Oh no, Louis gone quiet. There's gonna be crayons up the walls. That's what there's gonna be. There's gonna be a Peppa Pig drawing on the kitchen wall. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Anyway, let's do my face. Right, so today's products. Oh, I've got me, oh, because it's winter. It's not winter, it's autumn. But because it's nice and autumnal, right? I've got my nice little pinafore thing back out. This is a different one to the one I wore the other day. I like this one because it's more yellow. So I've got my black top and I've got my black leggings. Oh, I miss my leggings. I don't really do leggings when it's warm. I only do leggings when it's cold. So then, what products are we putting on my face? I've already shown you the makeup palettes, but I'm going for all, these are all products that I really like not my top favorites, but like products I recommend. And these are all drugstore or like supermarket brand or something like that. Okay, so the primer I'm using today is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I've got no idea what this cost. It's probably about £5. Or under £5 because I'm a cheap bitch. So there we are. This is what I'm using. Apparently the packaging for this is very different to the oh, the packaging is very similar, sorry, to a higher end one. It's supposed to be a dupe for a high end thing that looks like this, but doesn't have Elf written on it. So if you think like that, there you are. So then this is like, oh, I'm so bougie, but actually it's Elf, right? So I really like this. Where's my sponge? Where's my makeup sponge gone? Oh, bugger. Hang on a second. I've lost my makeup sponge. I've soaked it and everything. It's probably still on the kitchen, by the kitchen sink. Is it there next to me? No, but I will take my drink down there while I'm standing. Sorry, everyone, if you can see my bottom. Well, not see it, but you know what I mean. Where is my sponge gone? I thought I had a sponge. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, because you know. That's what you do, everybody. Professional YouTuber here. Professional YouTuber. When you do your makeup, I mean, how many times when you're watching Nikki tutorials do a makeup look, how many times has she had to just nip off to the other room to go and get a sponge because she forgot it? I know, right? Happens all the time. It really does. Well, it doesn't at all, does it? But you know what I mean. So I've got me sponge. Why is my phone doing strange things? I don't know. Anyway, got me sponge, got me thingy, this. So there you go. Oh. Nanette, you're in America, aren't you? So it wouldn't work as Rockerbox is UK. Yeah, Rockerbox is UK only. And you can't send a lot of the products because they're skincare. You can't send. Oh, how is that going to work? I was about to say, because they're skincare, you can't send them abroad because of like stupid postal rules. But in that case, with BoxyCharm, how do people get BoxyCharm into the UK? I know you use this shipping service, Ship It To, but if it's BoxyCharm, if it's liquids, oh, I'm going to have to look into that a bit more. Kirsty, you'll look forward to it and you do what you need to. Yes, a stable internet connection helps. It really does. It really does. Sorry, I meant that. Will you take me what I could? Oh, will I tell you what you could be getting? I don't know what you mean. Like if you go in my back catalogue on this channel, Nanette, you'll see there's a beauty playlist, and that beauty playlist has got all of the beauty videos in. So if you have a little look at that, that will go through. Oh, this is the silicone-y one, right? Okay, that's not a problem. It works with the foundation I'm using, so that's fine. But yeah, this is there's a playlist, by the way, of the back catalogue where I do go through some of the items on this one, some of the videos on this. Right, I'm not making any sense. There's a playlist of beauty videos on this channel. There's not a lot because the only beauty content on this channel has been like this year, and because of COVID and lockdown and restrictions and everything else, I haven't gone mad for makeup this year because I've been on a low buy, which is actually really good because I'm using up old products at the moment and stuff that is in my collection. But if you go across to the other channel, on Beyond Authentic, the I is a 1. If you go over to that channel, have a look in the playlist there because there's a beauty playlist over there as well, and there is a bucket load of beauty related content. I know, right? It only got changed into a witchy channel in January, I think it was. When did I change it over, Neat? Was it January? I think it was January. And that was the first time that, like, that was when the content shifted. So before that, there was all sorts of makeup product reviews, unboxings. I was getting Glossy Box, Rocker Box. I got Birch Box for a bit. I got Pip Box. I got, what else did I get? A couple of other boxes over the course of, like, I might try a box and it wasn't very good. Beguile Box, which was crap. There's a few that I got which I tested. So yeah, there's a lot of different things over there. I also, within that, there are some videos where I talk about different palettes. I talk about different ways of doing your makeup. So there's little tips and tricks over there as well. Eventually, I will probably either do a revisit of some of those videos on this channel, or what I might do is like cobble them together for this channel. I don't know yet. I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with the beauty content. Right, so this is the Elf Poreless hydrating face primer. It's a poreless primer because it's got a silicone base. So it's a nice primer. I like it. The only thing is, because it is a silicone based, if you're using a very light moisturizer, be careful that your moisturizer doesn't have silicone in as well, because if you've got a slippy moisturizer and you've got a silicone based primer, quite often they can slide off each other and literally your makeup will slide down your face. So just be aware of that, is all I'm saying. Like, I really like it. I wish I could remember. Kirsty, you're back. I'll read your comment in a second. What's this a dupe for? What's this a dupe for? I can't remember what this is a dupe for. Nee, I think you and Kirsty should do a Christmas box swap. You agree a budget and put together a box for each other, not just makeup, etc., but lifestyle too. We could do that, Kirsty. We could certainly do that. I mean, I know a really good, reasonably priced witchcraft shop. Like, if you want, I could send you some amazing wax melts and little, like, environmentally friendly 100% beeswax organic candles. If you fancy, I could send you some of them. Few, it's okay. The little, oh, I need to get my mouse. I brought the other camera in. I need to get the mouse. The little devil hasn't destroyed the house yet. Though I might go a bit quiet on here while you feed him, hoping he'll nod off. Then you can actually have 5 minutes. I know, right? Gosh. Milk Magic Hydra Grip. Thank you, Anita. Thank you. I knew it was. It was for something. Milk Makeup's quite good. Milk Makeup. That's why I wanted to call this Hydro. That's why I wanted to call this Hydro. The Milk Makeup is quite good. I do quite like it as a brand. I don't have a lot of it because it's not readily available over here. Is it the Smashbox? No, I think Neat was right. It was the Milk Makeup one. It was the Milk Makeup one. But yeah, for like literally eyes, lips, face, if you get onto the Alpha website, it's very, very good. Also, I totally recommend the little £4 bite-sized palettes. Now, they were £3. I think they're up to £4 now. Like, it's worth it. I would pay £6 or £7 for those little palettes because they're really good quality. Well, I say really good quality. They're good quality drugstore based products. Right. I don't have my Jekka Black glow drops because this is a budget drugstore brand, so I'm sticking to everything that you can pick up in the drugstore. So this is my foundation. It's the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid in the shade 10, which is ivory. You would have seen me use this so many times over the years because it is a bloody good moisturizer, foundation rather. And I use it because it works. Now, what I do keep wanting to do is to like try new foundations, blah, blah, blah. But this works for me and it matches my skin reasonably well. So, you know, like, I know that isn't going to look like it right now, but once everything is blended in, it really does normally look really good. So it's like, why would I mess around? Oh, got it in my hair. Why would I mess around again, you know, with different products? You just wouldn't, would you? Like, if you find something that works, then kind of try that. I mean, I don't know. The only one I want to try, in all honesty, the only foundation I want to try is the Fenty one. It's like the Fenty, the light one, not the foundation sticks, because they're really quite thick and full coverage. But like, there's a foundation in a liquid form that's supposed to be a bit similar to this, but like 5-6 times the price. Because I think this one, I think this is $8.99, the Dream Radiant Liquid, $8.99 in the UK. You can get it in Boots and Superdrug. And if you're clever, like now, especially with Black Friday coming up, they quite often have it on 3 for 2 in Boots and in Superdrug. I say in Boots more than Superdrug because that's kind of where it pings up on my phone. So yeah, so keep an eye on it, because getting 3 of them for £18 is an absolute steal. It really is. And sometimes the Maybelline anti-age eraser, the click up one, the click up concealer, quite often that is on the same deal. And so what I tend to do is pick up 2 foundations and a concealer, all at the same time. So yeah, I do keep an eye out for that. So that is one of the few makeup products this year that I have continued to buy, even though I've been on a low buy. As I say, the only brands I've tried this year that were on my list were Fenty. Like I didn't get any more Juvias other than the ones I've already got. I didn't get any more. What else was on my list at the beginning of the year? I can't remember. There was another indie brand. I didn't get any more VE Cosmetics. I didn't get any Odin's Eye, which I was looking at, a little indie brand. The only other exception that I will be buying something when it's released is Pop Lux, who's a YouTuber who I absolutely adore, Nadie. Like, I think he's just one of my favorite beauty content makers. And he did a video recently of the real Little Mermaid, and he dressed as Ursula in drag as Ursula, telling the story of the original fairy tale version of Little Mermaid and how dark it was. It was very, very dark. So yeah. Ed, when you was a kid, apparently you were fond of drawing on the walls. Oh God. So your mum put backing paper on the walls so you didn't destroy the house. So it might be an idea to do something similar, Kirsty. Could be. That's not a bad idea though, actually. Your middle one is now, who's now nearly 11, is still the same. Wow. So yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Nope, the Many Devils, not the new Picasso. He's the new demolition expert. Absolutely. I have to say, everyone, from all the different brands of face wash I've tried, you're still using, I'm finding it very difficult to beat the Elemis one. For Elemis face wash? I mean, you know, I never use Elemis ever personally, just the Marine Collagen, Pro Collagen Marine Cream, which obviously I use all the time. Very good. So good for your skin. Oh, I'm so pleased you found stuff that works. I really do like that. Who's this, Lisa? Skincare person. What skincare person? What was I talking about? A skincare person. Oh, I was talking about somebody. Oh, I was throwing shade before that, wasn't I? Right. Let me continue throwing shade. Let me just have a little look. See before everything. Foundation's okay. Foundation's okay. Right. The only product that isn't drugstore, but you can buy this at Boots, and it's not the cheapest, but it is the best, is the Beauty Bakery flour powder. This is in the yellow shade. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, this is the translucent one. I've got both. I use the yellow for brightening, and the translucent one is just a very good powder as a setting powder, because as you know, on this channel, say it with me, those of you that remember, on this channel the only baking we do is where? In the kitchen. We don't bake on our face. But yeah, it's an amber. What? It's an amber colour liquidy one in a pump bottle when you get the full size. Oh, the balm cleanser. Oh, it's a balm cleanser. I've just used up the skin something. It was in a white tube with red and black white writing on the side. It was a balm cleanser that I got in a latest in beauty. I've just finished using that one up, and I've got another balm cleanser to start using now, and I'm still using the Nip Fab cleanser. That's really good. That, I've got to say, that is one of my favorite cleansers, that one. So this flower foundation, this flower setting powder, it's just very good. It's very finely milled. It goes on. The person who did the Little Mermaid, he's called Nadie, N-A-D-I, but the channel is called Pop Lux, P-O-P-L-U-X-E. He's one of 2 channels that I actually support with Patreon. I think I pay like, I don't know, £5-6 a month or something, and I get all of his videos early. And like he's the one that recommended the editing software, not the one I ended up with, because he recommended one for Apple, but he was like chatting to me about it online. He's also produced a couple of albums that he sung and recorded all the instruments for, and he does these. So he does one based on the Bailey Sarian series, which is he calls cocktails, Cold Blood and Cocktails, but then he goes off on weird tangents, and he does, like, he did a full face of, it wasn't a full face of liquid lipstick. He did a full face challenge recently. And he's just done loads. Like, he's a very, very down to earth YouTuber. And I just adore him. I absolutely adore him. He's very, very good. And he also does, he's a bit innuendo heavy. So if you're not a fan of like camp humor, then maybe, like, he's not rude, he's not like Jeffrey or any of those. He's just like, he'll say something and he'll be like, oh, that's the first time I've been blown since lockdown, and it would just be like a throwaway comment or something like that. But he's very, very, very good. Anyway, right, are we set? Is the face set? I think it is. How are we looking on camera? We're looking okay. How is the forehead lines? We're looking okay. We're looking okay. You think you've got the barn one somewhere too, so try. So hoping when I find it eventually, you'll be as impressed. Oh, cool. That's cool. That's very cool. I am slowly appreciating products that I like, and I've tried enough stuff now to know that, like, Revolution I like, but it's not my favorite because it's just too hit and miss for most of their makeup items. Now, the items that I know I like, I will continue to buy until they change them. So like the eyeliner pens, I think are fantastic. The mascara is fantastic. Like, their concealers are fantastic. A lot of their palettes are really good. Their blushes are really good. Their foundations, they're not foundations, their highlighters are really good. Some of their palettes are really good. So a lot of their palettes are really crap. And it's really hit and miss. And for a while I was really lucky, and then I wasn't lucky, and I ended up getting really shit ones. LMS serum is also very nice, but the Ordinary's hyaluronic one is almost on par for a fraction of the price. Do you know what? I find most, like, if you're paying more than about £6, then yeah, £6 to £8. If you're somewhere in that kind of figure and above, so like, say if you buy a £10 serum, right? The hyaluronic acid is normally, it's okay. Like, I've tried the Revolution one. That was really good, actually. I don't know whether they're still making it, but that was really good. I tried some little ampules that came from Home Bargains that Belinda sent me. They seem to be really nice. Anything that's around that price point and above tends to be, for me, tends to work okay. And I like a lot of serums with hyaluronic acid in, as you all know, because I talk about it a lot. The Ordinary Matrixyl HA is very good and super hydrating, as is the Makeup Revolution Matrixyl as well. That is very, very similar. So a lot of the Revolution range and the Ordinary range are par for par. Very similar prices, very similar products. But yeah, I recommend that Matrixyl. In fact, it should be here, but it isn't. And I noticed that. I must have put it back in my tub. Part of the skincare video. So yeah, I know, right? So then we have foundation on. The face is pretty much set. So what do I need to do next? We'll just go in with my eyes. So I'm going to do some concealer. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 concealers to try, right? So I'm just trying to see what this one is. Oh, it's the L'Oreal Age Perfect. That one, right? So there's one. I don't remember what that one's like. I've also got one that, as you can tell, I bought and I've used and loved so much. It's still in the packaging. And this is the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter. And this is the light glowy one. I don't know. So there's that option. So we've got e.l.f. We've got L'Oreal. We've got, another e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. So that's another e.l.f. one. Or we've got the La Cura, which I think is Aldi. Is it Aldi or is it Lidl? It's Aldi, right? We've got the Aldi one, which is a dupe for the Shape Tape, the Chippy Tippy. So this is where you help me, guys and girls, and those who are in between and neither and both all in one. What are we looking at? What do we think? So we've got And again, there's slightly different tones, but I can work with that. So then in the chat, if you can let me know, if you're here on the live, do we go with the, hang on, do we go with the Shape Tape dupe? So number 1. So there we go. Look, that's what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is the Lacura one. Not even trying, taking out the box for the first time. Number 2 is the Elf one. That is the whatever I just said. Don't know. Take it out of the box for the first time. I probably unboxed it on a video and then gone, oh yeah, I'll try that. Never got round to it. Then we've got the L'Oreal Age Perfect. Didn't even know I had that. And then we've got the Elf Camo Concealer. So then everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think I should use? It's your choice. Ed, you've got to get off. Ferry Holly Willoughby is nattering to go out for a wee. All right, my darling. Have a lovely day. This is going in the post to you. I'm going to try and get it in the post to you today. If not, it's in the bag ready to go. So yeah, trust me, it will be going out this week. Lacura, you haven't seen what it's like. Kirsty says Lacura as well. A wee bit of autumnal sunshine. Yeah, Kirsty says to Ed. Oh, Anita says Elf. So we've got Elf and Lacura. Okay. Okay. Well, let me just see. Would they be? They're a very similar color. How does that look on camera? A very similar color, actually. Right. Okie dokie. What I will do, I will start with the Lacura one, and then we'll see how that goes. Now I have used the Elf Camo Concealer. It is very good. So yeah, we'll start with this one and see how we go. Let's just try that. So the Lacura one. First of all, let's do the sniff test. Oh, it is scented. Oh, it is scented. Oh, it smells like toilet water. It smells like, oh, it's floral, it's rosy, and it smells, it's, yeah, rose and geranium is what it smells like to me. Oh, I'm not so sure. But anyway, right, we will go with a little bloopy there and a bloopy there, a bloopy there, and another bloopy just there. So there we go. That's our bloopies for today. And then I'm just going to use my finger and just tippy tap. I'm not sure, you know. By the way, I put the fan on earlier on and I forgot to say, can you hear the fan? Is it annoying? Is the noise of the fan annoying? Because it's quite close to the laptop. And I can always turn it off if it is too annoying for everybody. So that seems to be... Oh, I mean, that is very full coverage. If you like a full coverage, you might really like that. Let me just try and just blend out the edges. That is impressive. Okay. I'm actually quite impressed. Because I've only put like a little, not even a thick bloopy, a little bloopy there and a little bloopy there, right? And that, using that Robert Welsh technique, which is, oh, wrong finger, but using the Robert Welsh technique, as we all call it now, or as I call it, you just blend it and tap it out and blend it and tap it out and blend it and tap it out. And actually, do you know what? This is the Lacura one, but I am going to go in a second with the Elf one on my lids and use that as a little bit of an eye primer. In fact, no, do you know what? Right, so the Lacura one on my eyes, first of all, it's quite full coverage. So that's what that's looking like. But then what I'm going to use the Elf Camo Concealer one. Just give this a bit of a shake because this one I have used a fair bit, and yeah, it's better. It's got it a bit dispersed now, and it's a very similar. In fact, I would say this is pretty much almost the exact same packaging, except this has got a fake shape tape sort of lid, but it's got the same dough foot, the big fat dough foot, which I quite like. So yeah, this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and what I'm going to do with this one is just put this just a little bit, just a couple of dots there. So that'll be enough for my nose, and then just a little bit down the smile lines. So literally just 2 dots there like that. And I am going to put this just because I've got some staining from the red palette that I used yesterday, the JSC blood sugar one. I am going to put a little bit of that just up here, just to then blend that over my lids to deal with that staining, and also to help as an eye primer. So then we can compare the La Cura with that e.l.f. one. So yeah, so we weighed in yesterday, everyone, and it went well. Well, it went well for Rufus. It didn't go well for me, because I until last night, when I got emergency laxatives, I haven't been since Monday. So it's getting, I know, Kirsty, you put a comment on the Saturday car vlog saying it's going to be expensive with donating to Mr. Beast. It certainly is. After this week, it was certainly expensive. It was a lot more expensive than I anticipated. So yeah, that'll be a big increase. This is blending out really, really nicely, but also it's a very kind of noticeably different color. So I am going to have to just really blend this. But yeah, it's the e.l.f. Camo one is actually really nice. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, so this is I've got the e.l.f. one on the face and the La Cura one under the eyes, because I've not tried the La Cura one. Also, my Audi doesn't have it. Like, literally, it was on its own on a shelf that was like, I think it might have been where the cans of pop are. It was, and I was like, I've not seen any of these. And I said to one of the people that work there, I said, excuse me, I said, this is just like sat there on its own, like Billy No Mate. Do you know if there's like, do you know if you've got any more in like different colors and different undertones? And the person was just like, I don't know. Okay, thank you for that. So yeah, so all in all, I couldn't tell you what the shade range is like. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I can't even remember what the price was. I think it was either $3.99 or $4.99. Might have been $2.99. Might have been $6. It wouldn't have been $6.99. I wouldn't have paid that for it in Aldi. But it was. It's quite nice underneath. And then I've concealed with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer everywhere else. I've got to say, they seem to be working okay together. They really do. I'm now going to set my face, but I'm not going to set my face with a whole bunch of powder, because again, as you know, we don't bake on this channel. The only baking we do is where? In the kitchen. You're right. But all I'm doing is I'm setting my concealer before it's got time to really, really kind of crease. And all I'm doing is taking my damp beauty sponge, putting my powder on it, and I'm just going to press this in where I've put the concealer, especially under my eyes. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing this like every week, everyone. So like, let me know in the future, because today's very much drugstore, very available, and you'll see the eye look I'm going for is quite a neutral eye look. But let me know if you would rather me do, or like if you want me to do an indie palette review one week, or like black owned brands, because we've got some, like I've got some sleek palettes and Fenty and things like that. So if there's anything particular that you would like me to do on a coffee and makeup Thursday live stream, then do please let me know, because yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. Also, if anyone's got like events, if you've got like a Christmas party coming up and you want to do a Christmas look but you don't know what to do, let me know, message me. And if you're watching this on the replay, put it down in the chat. Let me know what palettes you've got. If you want, say, I don't know, say you've just bought the berries by Juvia's Place, and you're like, this is perfect for this, for the season, for party season, but I don't know how to use it. If you've got something like that, drop me a message, and if I've got the same palette, then I will try and do you a look based around that palette, or I will try and kind of go, right, I haven't got that, but I've got this which is very similar. So yeah, let's make it a bit more interactive actually, because I think that's really fun. But also, good afternoon, Neil. I was going to send you a message on that bit Instagram straight after this, my friend. Also, I don't buy the Doctor Who K9 and Co DVD, because I've got one coming. I tried to get it shipped directly to you and they wouldn't do it, so it's coming to me and I'm gonna have to post it on to you. So it's worth a watch, definitely worth a watch. So I've got it on DVD, so I hope you got a DVD player. I didn't even think to check, but anyway, yeah, it'll be on its way out to you, Neil, as soon as it arrives here. So then, everyone, we are now 33 minutes past 12. I've got 27 minutes ish before I need to go and wake up his nibs and get cracking and get on the motorway to bloody God knows where, in the middle of sodding Merseyside almost. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit bonkers. Anywho, hold on. So today's makeup palette is the Catrice the Blazing Bronze collection. Now this is one that I don't think that this was in the advent calendar. I think I picked this up in TK Maxx. I don't remember this being in the advent calendar. There were the two Suburbia ones. There was the Liquor one. I don't think this came in that. I think that I got this in TK Maxx. I really, really, really do. But I might be wrong. Does anyone remember from last Christmas when I did the unboxings of the advent calendar? Does anyone remember me showing you this? I don't think I did. I think I got this, as I say, in TK Maxx. Anywho, it's a neutral palette, right? It's a very neutral palette, which for me, I bet some of you are sat falling off your chair right now, aren't you? You're like, oh my God, what type of alien has body snatched Lisa? I mean, who the hell would want this body? You know what I mean? So anyway, this is the palette. Now, to describe it, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they all shimmers? Have I just chosen a whole shimmer palette? I think I have. So there are 2 mattes, the light one and the dark one at the top, and all of these seem to be shimmers or at least satins. They're not glitters, they are really satins. So so yeah, it's nice. Right, so we're going to start off. You don't remember that? I didn't think so. Oh, no problem, Neil. After all the stuff that you send me, I was again talking to Rufus, because who else do I talk to? But I was talking to Rufus and I was like, Neil, every time he has to send me something, he sends me like face masks and stickers and all sorts of like amazing stuff. And I've never responded. I've never sent you anything else out. And I'm like, I'm so crap at knowing what to send people, because it's like I'm doing a little, as I'm going through my collection, I'm sorting out bits and pieces of makeup for people. And so like I've got a few bits for Ness, and I've got a couple of bits put aside for Neat. And I'm like, right, I've got some bits and bobs, and I know where they're going to be sent. But then I'm like, I could send Neil a cross stitch kit. What? Why? Like, he's going to have all of that. I was like, oh, can't think, because you're just like, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Also, people can copy the looks. Exactly. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. Yes. Oh, I forgot to say yes. Thank you, Neat. So Anita was here the other week. You can tell I've not slept. When I've not slept, my ADD brain is just even more tangential than normal. So apologies, everybody. But Anita the other week, when we were using the Nikki Tutorials palette together, or like I was using it and you were all watching, Anita then went off and recreated the look, and actually did her own slightly different version. It was slightly lighter than the way I did it, because, you know, I go ham. But it was a beautiful, beautiful look, and it really made her eyes pop, and she looked stunning with it. And she really did. You really look good in it. You absolutely nailed it. And then, as I say, if that happens, if you like do a look based on this, just tag me on Instagram. That would be great. Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. And just yeah, at Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty, tag me on Instagram, and then I would love to see you like do these looks. I really would. So today's a very basic drugstore a neutral look, but with a pop of color from the Juvia's place. I've also misplaced, she says, hoping desperately that when I say misplaced, it's mysteriously going to turn up in the place that I keep looking for it, because that's the last place I had it. It's not there. I've misplaced my little hand mirror, so I'm just using this little one. So, right, I'm using this lightest shade in this palette, which is just called Light. And I'm going into the inner corner, and I'm just taking it, like, literally into the inner corner. Just a brush width, maybe, yeah, a brush width and a half of a fairly flattish, like, fluffy brush. So it's not the full-on fluffy blender like that. It's kind of a slightly more rhomboid-esque, if that makes sense. What? You're going to sleep because you feel like I'm going to crash if I don't, because just like you, I haven't been to sleep yet. Oh, Nanette. Okay, my darling, hopefully you'll have a lovely sleep and a rest, and you can watch the rest of it on catch up if you want, on replay. That's the word, not catch up. But yeah, have a lovely day, my darling. Have a good night's sleep, and we will see you on another one. If not, we'll see you on Sunday maybe. Ness, your cousin just gave you the ASOS advent calendar. Unboxing coming Saturday to your channel. Wow, that's very cool. Well done. I don't think I'm getting an advent calendar this year, not a beauty one, unless it's like a last minute, but then it's just for a video and it just seems pointless. Oh, what MAC lipstick is it? What lipstick is it? What one is it? What's the MAC lipstick? Like, what is your favorite MAC lipstick then, Nate? Because, like, I've got a few, well, say I've got a few, I've got 3. So I'm just using this light shade on this same, it is a shimmer as well. Is this all shimmers or all foils? It doesn't say. I mean, I don't mind. We're just going to go with it. So I'm now going to go in with the, what do I want to do? Do we go, okay, I'll ask the audience. Put 1 in the chat if you think I should do a cool tone, and put 2 if I should do a warm tone. 1 is cool, 2 is warm. Vote now. Why am I doing the Muppets? That's bullseye now. Can't beat a bit of bully. Their MAC eyeshadows, the little single pot eyeshadows, are very good. They are very good. I recommend those a lot. Both Neat and Kirsty saying 2, so that is going for warm tone. Okay, so we've got 2 votes for warm tone. Anybody else reckoning I should do a cool tone look for today's visage? The MAC lipsticks are very good. I have here, what have I got here? What are the shades? I have, oh, Ruby Woo. Ruby Woo is the truest true red, but it is so dry. Ruby Woo is like a super matte dry. And I've got Instigator, which I think is the purple. Yes, look at that. It's like a grape color. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that one. And is this the nudie one that I've got? The full size? Yeah, well, I call it a nudie. It's a berry. This is in the shade. Oh, good Lord, I can't read that. Hold on. Chili. So this is in the full size Chili. And I've also got Toledo and Mocha, I think it is, in the minis. But yeah, I've got my main, everyone's saying warm tone. Okie dokie. I've got my main liquids and my main lipsticks. So you can see, like, you can see what the main brands that I prefer of lipsticks is. I know, right? Don't cancel me. I can't be cancelled yet because I haven't done anything yet. I'm just using, like, I call it JSC. So there we go. Oh, Whirl. I've got Whirl as well. Yeah, Whirl's very nice as well. I don't know where that, I haven't used that in ages, actually. I might have lost that one. But I've got that one as well. I think I got that in a box. But the Ruby Woo, they've just come out with a Ruby Woo liquid lipstick. it might have to be a, what are they, like £18 or something, £19.50 now. It might have to be a purchase. But everybody, if you've got MAC lipsticks, eyeshadows, any MAC items, I think it's except their brushes, when they are empty, or like you've just had enough, say if you've broken the lipstick, keep them, because when you've got 6 empties, you can take them back to a MAC store and get a free product. And when you're talking about, so these used to be £16, I think they're now either £17.50 or £18.50, which is a lot of money for a lipstick. But most of these I have had for years, at least 3 or 4 years, and they are still perfectly fine, perfectly great. So just by collecting your empties, get yourself back to MAC and get yourself a new one, just for getting 6 empties. Or if you've got like a couple of friends that have got 1 or 2 each, they're not going to do anything with theirs. They're not going to, like, you know, go and buy 4 more products to get some empties. Just ask your friends, also, I've got to say, while I'm on the subject of this, we're going cool tone, aren't we? So here we go then. I'm using this, of the 2 goldy color ones that we've got, the 2 paler ones, I'm going with this one here, which although on camera actually looks slightly cooler tone, it looks paler. It is actually a warmer tone, even though it's paler. So we're going to put this on the inner corner, sort of midway. You'll see, look, so I'm putting it here, so literally the brush width in from the outside, from the inner corner. So I like to go light to dark and then smudge in with the, doing warm tones. I like to go light to dark and then smudge in with my crease when I'm using, especially if I'm just using the like shimmers. So just placing that one down. It's a nice shade. It really is a nice shade. I'm not going to go over too much over the eyelid from here on in, because I've got this red to go in from the Juvia's palette. You can't see anything. You're blown away. You're sitting here in a state of shock. I know, it's amazing. That is a really cool advent calendar. I have looked at it. I absolutely have looked at that one, Ness. So you're a very lucky girl. Very lucky girl. Right then, the next one I'm going to use is this one here, which is, like, on camera it's looking a lot cooler than it is, but it's actually quite warm. And then we're going to use this warm brown here as well. So I'm going to jump, in fact, should I just jump straight to that warm brown? Oh, tempted to jump straight to it. Should we just go for it, or should we do a transition shade? We'll do, no, we're just going to jump to it. We're just going to jump to it. It's okay. Oh, did I? Sorry, lovey. Sorry, my darling. Right. That is very warm. That is very burnt orangey. It's very nice, though. Look at that. It's very nice. So I always like doing, because of my hood, I always like do that, and then keep my eye to there, where I can, like, actually tell where the hood is going to go. And then I'm just kind of going back over that crease line a little bit. So I put the same colour on the outer corner and then taking that all the way in. And I am going to go back over in a second, because that is very, very, in fact, that is very orange. So I'm going to go back in with that first shade I laid down, just on that same brush. I have just used my colour swishy colour swap thing, and I'm going to use that. Which side had the makeup on? And I'm just going to reinforce that central paler colour and kind of blend those two together a little bit. Now it's really funny, because I was swatching about 25 palettes earlier to try and work out what I wanted to do today, and I could not tell, because again, I'm very tired. I could not tell, in all honesty, that this was an all shimmer palette. So that's really interesting to me. Just on your arm, but we know swatches don't mean anything, don't we? We all know that. You saw the unboxing, but with your brain you can't remember what was in it. You're very lucky. I mean, just the ASOS, just the fact that it's the ASOS one, it's got to be worth about what, £300-400. So there's a lot of products in there Ness. You'll love it. God, you make not just an unboxing on your channel, but first time using this brand, first time using that brand. what do I think of my, you know, I've got my Aldi staples, because I know you love Aldi. So it's like, so do I. Tell me about it. Jesus. Spent £109 in Aldi the other day. We didn't even buy any electricals or anything. I know, right? I was like, okay, I'll pay on card, please. £109. Jesus, I nearly died. She says Rufus paying like 500 quid for the sodding car. But anyway, right, let's put the same colours on this side and then take it up. And then what I'm going to do, now there is this, it says there, look, it says Sculpt. So I'm going to use this shade here. It's a super dark brown, and I'm going to use this as kind of like my crease, and trying to cut, not cut a crease, but trying just to add a little bit of, like, a little bit of shadow. Because this is, I'm quite shocked at how, I mean, look how pigmented this is. It's really good, but I don't know whether it's going to work because it's all shimmers. So the plan was to do a fairly neutral browns kind of look and then add in a red from this. But I think this is going to be too red in and of itself. So a little tip. Let me just, hang on. Let me move a little bit. I'm going to move my table. I know, right? I started doing Thursdays with a table. Can you imagine? I'm going to use a clean fluffy brush in a second. So I'll put that just to one side. And I'm going to use another relatively, oh God, this is, I was about to say, this is a really cheap brush. Look at that. It's a Morphe brush. Of course it is. So I'm just using some of the setting powder that's still in the lid of my setting powder. And a little top tip, right? If you've got an all shimmer look and it's all like you go, oh, picked up the wrong palette. It's just shimmers. What am I going to do? I don't want that to look like that. Get some setting powder on your brush. Tap most of it off. So there's just a little bit on there. And then kind of blend it. I need a better mirror than this one. Am I going to get cancelled if I use JS? I haven't even got, oh yes I am. Am I going to get cancelled if I use JSC just for the mirror on camera? I don't even care because I bought it, and so I'm going to use it, and I like it, so I'm going to use it, but just as a mirror for today. Right then, so a little bit of setting powder left on there, and you just take it kind of over and just try and blend out a little bit like the gold into that one, and then try and just blend that from being a satin to a bit more matte. And again, it's not, oh, I'm not sure this was a good choice of palette, but anyway, it's what we're working with today because we've got to go out. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to blend that out a little bit to try and just soften that sheen. I've got to say, something is not agreeing with my, look at my forehead lines. Something doesn't like my forehead lines. Right, let me, I don't know whether that's the concealer or whether that is the foundation. Right, before I try and tackle that, let me just correct this eye look. Jesus, why is it, sod's law, I know, right? But why is it whenever you haven't got time to redo a look is when you really want to redo a look? You know what I mean? Oh, gosh. Right, this is why I don't do neutrals. Right, I think it's just a bad choice of palette. I think I should have realised this was all shimmers. Right, let's go into the Sculpt shade. This one here. It's like the darker brown. And I'm just going to place this on the outer corner. It's very dark. Right, okay. What is this? Neutrals, but make it gothic. I know, right? So there we go. No, I need the other. I need to find my other mirror. It's so annoying. How rude. Nick. Sorry you're back. Blooming work calls. I mean, I know I'm working from home, but don't call me during Lisa's live stream. I know, right? I know. You should say, excuse me. Excuse me. I know I'm moonlighting and everything, but could you not? Oh, actually, that works quite nicely. Right, let me just, I'm using that. So I put a little bit on the brush tapped it into place, and then I'm using what's left on the brush just to kind of sweep it all over into the crease line. Elvie, stay out of there. Daddy is asleep still for about another 5-10 minutes till Mummy goes and gets him up again. He only went to sleep at 9:30. Yes, you know that. She's like, oh. I know, right? Our dogs, talk to them as if they're humans. Why not? Oh, I've also just realised I've already put colour there, and I've just loaded the brush again. So we'll just colour swatch this again. Colour swatch, colour swatch. So yeah, so I really like playing with makeup, everybody, as you can tell. So do please leave me all of your ideas if you want. If you want to do like one thing I do like doing, right, is where you do a look that you start off as a daytime look and then you can transition it into nighttime by just adding a bolder wing and maybe adding a bit more of a glitter or a shimmer, and you just basically your same face on and you just lift the look. So if you want me to do something like that, I can do that. And again, if you've got palettes in your collection, or if you've got palettes that you're thinking of, especially if they're JSC ones, right? Because I've got pretty much all of those apart from Prick and Orgy and Cremated. I've got most of the rest. And like with Revolution, I've got a ton of Revolution palettes. Like if there's something that you're thinking, oh, I wonder how this particular palette works, drop me a line either on Instagram at Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty, or on like down in the comment section on this video, on any of my videos, and it should eventually pop up into my YouTube like creator feed, my YouTube studio. And then when that happens, I will have a go at doing some of those looks. Right, I'm tapping back into the setting powder, tapping off, and just like tapping, placing just over there. It is on the same brush, but I did color swash it first, whatever it's called, color thingy it. So we're doing okay in terms of the color story. It doesn't actually look that bad. I think it needs brows, it needs under, and it needs more shimmer. I know, right? So I was going to use this red in here from the berries palette by Juvia's. Would that still work with this? I think it might. Do you know what? We're just going to try it. We're just going to try it. This is more of a red. It's like almost a burgundy red rather than a berry red, but it does have a slight tinge of berry. So I'm going to put this just on the outer half, just with my finger. Oh yeah, look, wow, that's very red. And the reason I wanted to pop a red is because it's Poppy Day. That's the reason why. So I was thinking, we'll just do a little splash of red on a fairly neutral look. And it's a kind of a way, if you're not sure about color, it's a way just to bring a little bit of color in. So as you can see, neutral look, and then with like quite a vibrant kind of red going on, but it's not all over my eyes. Now, I'm taking what's left on my finger. So I've already applied. That is enough, right? So there's a little bit left on my finger. What I'm actually going to do is use my color swish, run my finger through that once. So there's even less on my finger. And I'm going to put this across from the, like so the half of the eye where it's ended on the red. I'm just going to slightly tap this towards the center. So slightly tap it into the inner eye, just because what that will do is it will give a slightly subtler look than if I just whacked a load of red on. Because I've got a shimmer down already, though, I thought was going to be a matte. It might not do what I want it to do, but it should still work. Yeah. So that looks okay, right? That looks okay. So I'm now just going to wipe that off my finger totally. I've got a little tissue here ready because there was some planning went into today's episode. Can you believe it? I'm planning what I'm doing on a live stream, everybody. I know. Still chatty, still responding to everything, but a little bit more of an idea of what I'm doing. And then this is what I'm thinking about sending you over as well, Ness, is the Catrice highlight First of all, Ness, do you like a gold highlight? Do you like a highlight to be popping? Because if not, then it's going to be no good, because it's quite a popping highlight. What's that? You're kind of missing being able to have a play with your makeup. But then again, your skin is so bad at the moment, it's probably a good thing you can't. Yeah, but you know, once like I said it at the beginning of the stream, I had a poo overnight. Well, technically this morning, for the first time since Monday, because of stress. So yeah, all of that. So Ness, this is the gold one, right? If you like a popping highlight, then this might be good. It says on here, limited edition Cat Rice advent calendar. I know, right? I should stop calling it Cat Rice, because that was by Tati Westbrook called it Cat Rice, Catrice. And seeing as she's now disappeared up her own backside in terms of being a very, very, very clappy born again, it's a little bit annoying. So I don't watch her content anymore, even though she's back. But anyway, this was in the advent calendar. It's CO1 soft candlelight. It is very gold. Yes, you do. Fantastic. Great. I'll get this on the post to you as well. I don't know whether you can see. I've only ever, I think, like swatched it a couple of times. But look at this. Look how gold this is, right? And what I do know is that I think I have used it a couple of times rather. But this, are you ready? Are you ready? Look, that looks quite nice now. See that? I don't know whether you can see, like, see how that just now pops, and that gold just looks a lot more, that inner corner just looks a lot more vibrant now. So it's like neutral, but then that gold and that red just, I mean, this is almost Christmassy vibes, but it just absolutely lifts a neutral look into a different format. So I will stick that in the bag for you as well, Ness. So yeah, it just does lift it. Now you can use other gold highlights. Again, Jeffrey's got one. I think it's Sarcophagus is the gold one that I like from his. Ofra do one that's really nice. Sleek do an amazing one, which I also have here. And this is this one is in the shade Cleo's Kiss Sphinx. This one is slightly too dark for me, slightly too dark as a highlight. But look at the shimmer there. Look at that shimmer. But as an eyeshadow, it works really nicely. I know, right? Go figure. So then, I'm very aware of the time. I'm cracking on. I'm cracking on. So then, I am going to use my cream blush. This is keeping with the drugstore cheapo kind of affordable. Well, not even cheapo really, because I mean this is because I got it in Poundland. But it's Rimmel. It's the Royal Blush Cream Blush, and I've got it in the shade Coral Queen, which is the orangier shade, and I've got it in Majestic Pink. So then, one or two. One is pink, two is coral. Pink or coral, what do you think would work better with this kind of neutral with a pop of red look to it? It's almost like the cushions behind me with that red and gold. So neutral with a bit of red and gold. Do we go with a more pink, or do we go with a more orangey coral? What do you say? One is pink, two is coral. I think pink, coral, two, coral. Right, okay, coral it is then. Is that the right one? Majestic Pink. Yep, this is coral. So these are in Poundland in their little makeup section, where they've got them in their little bags. In our local Poundlands in Leeds, like they've always got them, pretty much always got them. They are quite good. They're not the best, but as a cream blush, they're actually quite good if you don't mind a cream blush. Now, I have obviously set my face already. I'm also just noticing here, looking in the mirror, I'm noticing here that it looks like I've got a lot of fallout, but I think yeah, there isn't actually any fallout on my face. I think it is just the shadow from the big light being on. Right then, so how I use this is I will just use the round bit of my no, I'm not. I'm going to use the side bit of my makeup sponge, and I just go tappity tappity tap. Right. 5-second rule, everyone. I know, right? That's not a thing, but well, now you know why they're in Poundland. So just tappity tappity tap tap. So you get a bit of it on my sponge, and then I need a bigger. I do need to find where I put my other mirror. Right, I'll just use this. I'll use this one. No, nobody's cancelled Anastasia yet. So we'll just tap it on like so. See, it's there, especially on that side, but it's not too over the top. Especially for a corally one, it's not like bright orange or anything. It's actually quite a pretty shade. It's really funny because of my lashes, because they droop so low, like that lash there, I get this shadow that comes in here, and I keep thinking I've got like a smudge on my face. I do use my fingers quite often. In fact, I don't know why I didn't, to be fair. I think it's just because I was on camera and I was like, no, it's not the professional way. But also, like, I do just, this is genuinely what I would normally do, is I would normally apply it on and then either buff it out with my fingers, but I've got a lot of eyeshadow still left on my fingers. So what I would also do is, just because I wasn't aware of the shade, I wasn't aware of the shade. What I mean is I didn't know how vibrant it was going to be. So using the ball end, the round end of the sponge, with the foundation I've got left on there, I'm just using it to kind of blend that in a little bit. So there we go. And then what I will do, oh, I didn't bring a contour out. Hang on, have I got one? Oh, I've got a contour. Oh yeah, I'll use this, which is it's the Strong Soul one that came from Revolution, but look how battered that is. It's been dropped or something. So I need to be super careful. Do I have a non-Revolution? Oh, I do have a non-Revolution one. So forget I said that, everyone. This is the Born to Sparkle Makeup Uncovered. I don't have any idea where this came from. Could have come from a box. I could have been sent it by in one of the swap box things that we've done. I could have used it. Hi Nanette, welcome back. You tried to sleep but you can't. Is that because you've got me on the video and you're like, oh my god, well she just shut up. So this is the Born to Sparkle. It's quite nice. I really like this cool tone one here as a contour. Because for me personally, I know I've said it on when the other channel was all about beauty, but for me, like, your contour should be cool toned. It should be slightly grey, because that's what shadows are. So if you're using a bronzer as a contour, it can look really artificial because it just looks like you've got a load of orange on your face. So I'm using that same brush, just giving it a colour swash. Little swoopy, and now I'm going in with that bronzer shade. Now this is where historically, everybody, it might have been Belinda actually, yes, but I don't remember. Was it? I think I've had it for ages, but then again, that is the way my brain works. It could well have been, actually. It could well have been. Anyway, whoever sent it to me, thank you very much. I've completely forgotten. Fibro and not sleeping and ADD. I've got to say it every time. I'm sorry. Right, so the bronzer of it, I'm just sweeping very lightly into my hairline and just along. Now, I really don't like the way that this foundation and either concealer or foundation and primer has actually blended together on my forehead lines. It really is not looking pretty at the moment. I know, right? I said just a little bit and then I've gone super ham. Which side is that? There. Right. So for some reason there is this little bit that I really struggle getting bronzer on. It's like a little patch just there that doesn't accept product. Anyway, we're nearly done, everyone. Nearly done. I know, right? Because I'm going to have to go and wake up my husband very, very, very shortly. In fact, I should go and give him a shout in a second. Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to, before anything else sets, I'm just going to very quickly veil this. So bear with. Just veil that like so, which means just going over with a fine dusting of setting powder just to make sure that it kind of blends the edges together. Right, hold on, everyone. I will be back in 2 seconds. I just need to go and wake up his nibs. Hold on. Oh. So I'm just waking up. I'm still on the live. I'm just finishing up now. Right, you two, move out the way. Good girls. Oh, right, everyone. Hi, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so it's normally blush that I go ham with. Blush and bronzer, it's got to be said. Like, because they're really hard to tell. You dip it on your brush and then you go for it. And then you're just in that situation where you're like, oh, what have I done? So, yes. Anyway, right, I'm using I want a soft brush. So I've got a little soft angle brush like that. And this is what I'm using for my brows. I like this Freedom Duo Brow Powder. Technically, it's not Makeup Revolution, but I think it is the same people behind it. Freedom seems to be sold on the Revolution website, or at least it is occasionally, and then it isn't, and then it is. So I don't know whether it was an old name for some of their products or whatever. My forehead is looking disgusting. So we're going to deal with that straight after this. Right, products on there. So if you don't know, I don't know whether I talk about it a lot here, but I don't have any eyebrows. My eyebrows have been tattooed on because I've got a minor case of alopecia. So I get stress alopecia. So my eyelashes and my eyebrows are virtually completely gone most of the time, most of the year. You're trying a new way of contouring at the moment and you don't know if the collection one is right for you. Is it a powder or is it a cream contour, Ness? Because cream contours can be really difficult, but you can veil them quite nicely. Whereas powder ones, it just can take a bit of finessing. Hang on, I can't do my eyebrows and talk at the same time. So, right, there we go. Are they on? They're on. Are they even? Are they sisters? Are they twins? Well, they're barely cousins right now, but we will fix that. It's a powder one. In my experience from collection, they can be, is it muddy? Does it go muddy? When you put it on and then you try and blend it out, does it just kind of go, or is it the one that just blends away to nothing? Because in my experience with collection, they either, you put it on and then it sits where, no matter how lightly you touch it, it sits where you put it and then you can't blend it, or it does the exact opposite, which is where you put it on and the minute you move your brush like this, it all just brushes off your face. A bit like when you've got fallout and you go poof. It's a bit like that. So for me, it's either one or the other with collection. So I do absolutely get what you mean. Right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was darkening this one up and thickening this one up a little bit. So yeah, I mean, it's why, if you notice, before I do my face, I do have eyebrows because they've been tattooed on. But the minute that my foundation goes on, it all gets covered up. So that's why I have to put them back on. Looks a bit muddy to you, but it does blend, if that makes sense. Okay, so what is the issue with the contouring then, Ness? You're trying a new way. So what is it you're trying to do? Like, are you trying to do the whole Kardashian thing? Are you contouring before you do your foundation step? Like, what is it that's different that's not working? Right, there we go. Look, so the brows are on. Always, this one ends up higher than this one, but that's just because of the shape of my face. So I am just going to raise this ever so slightly with the makeup. this is where, you know, when you do, does anyone else, like where you do an eyeliner, you're like, I'm just going to do a little wing, and you do a little wing on this side, and on this side you get a little bit bigger, so then you have to make this one bigger, and before you know it, you've got your wing that stretches up here somewhere. That's what I'm like with my brows, but I think that looks relatively even. That looks fine. Right, now then, let's tackle the eyebrow, no, the forehead. So I've got the Supreme Hold Revolution Pro. I did say at the beginning these were the only two products I've got by Revolution to actually use. Now I've got the Makeup Fixing Spray by Makeup Obsession, the So Dope one, or I've got the Revolution Supreme Hold. I'm going to use the fixing spray, and I'm going to use it with my sponge. Okay, so I'm spraying a couple of squirts directly onto the sponge. Okay, that was like 8. And I'm going to squirt. I'm going to squirt on camera, not here. You have to go to OnlyFans for that. I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. Why is my phone acting very strange? Anyway, so then what I'm going to do, Carol Ann, you've got, hi Carol Ann, hi my darling, hi, welcome. You've got a brow higher than the other. Yours are barely cousins too. It happens, my darling, it really does. I know for me, it's like, if I do that, they look about even, but it's because one, like, my face is completely one side to, like, it's almost like I've got Bell's palsy. You're squashing your brush to apply it and not so low down in the hollows of your cheeks, and then you blend it out. I don't think I'm ever going to get it right. So what I do, so you can squash your brush. So if you've got a big fluffy brush like this, squash it to make it more like that shape. But if you notice, I apply my bronzer and my contour. I mean, it needs a bloody good clean, but I apply it with that because it is actually like, that's the side, and that's how I do it. And I do it in that motion. So it's actually, it's the same as if you were squeezing it. So I do that. And then, so I kind of place it. So I do oh, there we go. Place my bronzer, and then I'll swirl it here up to up here into my contour rather. And I'll swirl it up here into the hairline. And then I will angle the brush again, kind of fairly flat, and go back down like here. So I've got it here where I want it. What I have done in the past as well is to sculpt it. If I look directly on, I'll go down here and then down. So I'll literally kind of do like paint in almost like a skeletal. I'm gonna have to put some on this side again now, aren't I? Because otherwise it's not going to match up. But I would put almost like a skeletal element in. Anyway, I've sprayed my forehead. I've let it sit for a couple of minutes. And now I'm just going to use the dampened sponge with the setting spray on, the fixing spray. And I'm just, again, going back in and really bouncing it, really pushing it into those lines. Eventually, once everything goes back to normal with the world and there's no more pandemics and all of that stuff, I will be going for Botox. I have decided. I don't know how I'm going to afford it yet. Look out for my OnlyFans coming soon. I'm joking. I don't know what I'm going to do in order of being able to pay for it, but I either accept that I'm going to look very, very old, or I do something about it. And I think I need to do something about it. Try a smaller brush and see what you said. Yeah, absolutely, Ness. I mean, try that. The other way of doing your concealer would be to use, or so your contour would be to use a cream product. So if you use a foundation, like a cream stick foundation, or even like a concealer, if you use one that's in a cooler shade, 2 or 3 shades darker than your skin tone, use that, and you basically apply it in the same way as you would concealer. So you put a few drops on. So I would go like dot, 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 and then leave it for a couple of minutes, and then with my finger use that and just pat it all out and blend it all out, and that will give you that same sort of look. So a bit like Ness was saying, a bit like Anita, sorry, was saying with the blusher. So you put it on, you tap it and tap, tap, tap. You can do the same with your contour as well. And again, I've seen some and had some really lovely results with that. Right, I think I'm all but done. I need mascara and I need some sort of eyeliner. Now, I'm actually going to use the palette for my eyeliner. Even though it shimmers, I'm going to use this kind of warm tone brown here, because even though it's a shimmer, I actually think it's really pretty. So yeah, but because it shimmers, this will go in the post here as well, Ness. Okay, my darling, because it shimmers and there's no mats in there. And so for me, as I'm going through the collection, if I've got all shimmer palettes, I don't reach for them. If I've got all matte palettes, I do occasionally. I like a good mix of the two. And so because of that, like, this is not a palette I've particularly grabbed. Now, I thought it was just because it got lost in the shuffle, but I'm wondering, with my ADHD brain and the way that the fibro works, I'm wondering whether I've just forgotten it. Like, I've literally just gone, oh, I might have even made a video where I go, oh, this is all shimmers, oh my god, and then I've forgotten that I made that video, and now I'm looking at it again as if it's a new palette, going, ooh, because that's just the way my brain works at the moment, unfortunately. Which is why, if I need to post anything to anyone, apart from like the witch shop stuff, if anything needs to go out, if I need to do out, then it's literally like, remind me, because I will have forgotten. And like, already earlier on in the stream I said something and I was like, I'll have forgotten that in a minute, and I've forgotten what I was even talking about, let alone that particular thing. So then that's almost the look done now. I do just need my mascara, and that is in my makeup bag, which is helpfully behind me, because, you know, that's what you do. So then we will have I got another brand of, oh, this is another really good cream blush. Okay, like the Rimmel one. This is what by NYC, and it's the Brilliant Blushable Cream Stick. But they've stopped making this, but it is still available in some of the cheap, like the cheap, like end line kind of companies. You can sometimes pick it up. So yeah, do have a look out for that. That's really good as well. No, I think the only drugstore, what's that one? What's this one? This one is Bobbi Brown. This one is Marc Jacobs. No, the only one I've got is the I've got Ico. Oh no, KVD. No, we'll just have to use the Essence one, which is fine. It's still one of my favorite mascaras. This was actually sent to me by a subscriber, by the lovely Ellie. Thank you, Ellie, if you're watching. Miss you, babes. Hope you are okay. And yeah, so this is pretty much the look complete. Fairly neutral with a pop of red and gold, not quite too in your face. Still on the neutral side for me, which I do quite like, but using that Sculpt shade, even though technically I think it is a satin. Oh, this is dried up. I think I need to get a new one of these. I might have to have a little trip to Wilkinson's. But yeah, even though this is a satin, I do think that it's worked really nicely, this brown, not just as a eyeliner, but also to darken up my outer corners. I think that actually looks really, really good. So yeah, it's a good palette, Nest. It's a good palette. So it really is. It's just on the day-to-day, if I'm reaching for makeup, I want a palette that I can just grab. Like, I grab one palette, I sit down, I come in here, I do my face, off I toddle. I don't want to have to start thinking about, oh, hang on, is there a shimmer in that one that's going to match this one? Is there a shimmer here? Do I need to match this? Is this going to complement it? Or is it going to be like, is one a cool tone and one's a warm tone? I just can't. I'm too old. I'm too old to be dealing with that shiz. You know what I mean? I really am. So then the last product for me to put on my face is going to be a lipstick. Now, what do I fancy? Because I've gone fairly neutral. Do we go with... Oh, that actually looks really nice. And because I haven't gone like a winged liner or anything, I like the fact that that red is still quite popping, and it hasn't like diminished it too much, even with my hood when I've opened my eyes. You know what I mean? I actually think that looks quite good. I'm quite impressed with myself. Well done, Lise. So I need a lippy. So we've got some options on lipstick, everybody. we go with, do we go with the, do we go, first of all, do we go liquid lip or cream lip? I'll let you all check. So 1 is liquid, 2 is cream. Pick now, because we're gonna have to literally be out of the door in like half an hour or 40 minutes. So wow, less than that, 20 minutes. So cream or liquid? Like 1 is liquid, 2 is cream. Is that what I said? Yeah, we'll do that now. 1 is cream, 2 is liquid. 1 is cream, 2 is liquid, or just type liquid or cream, and then we'll choose the color. While you all vote for that, I am going to spray my entire face. This is the Supreme Hold by Revolution Pro. Have you got a lippy called Poppy to tie in with the Eyes and Remembrance Day theme? I haven't actually. Everybody's saying liquid. Okie dokie, we'll do a liquid. So then we've got the choice of an empty box by Kat Von D. Now that's interesting because I don't know where that one is. Oh yes, I do know where that one is. That also is next to me. I literally had that one out now. I literally just pulled it out of this bag a second ago. There we go, Kat Von D. So we've got a KVD in Razzle, which are, these are all going to be the shimmer ones, aren't they? The glitters. I mean, there's a glittery one. So do you think a red? Is that what you're saying, Kirsty? You think a poppy, like a nice vibrant red? Because I've got blacks. I've got, I mean, that one looks quite nice, but it's a bit pinky. That's a nice, fairly nice slate grey rather than a black. But if we're talking reds, then I can either go for, oh, this will be interesting. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Oh, I don't have a true red by Jeffrey, by JSC. Where's the one I was looking for? Where's my unicorn blood gone? Oh, it's there. So I've got unicorn blood, which is like a burnt orange red, or I've got the Wet n Wild glittery bright red. Oops, pardon me if anyone heard that. I just passed gas. Or I can just use the good old standard Ruby Woo by MAC in the in that formula, because that might as well be a liquid lip because. So Kirsty says unicorn blood, which is the JSC one, this top one. So it's like a burnt orange red, or we've got like a more true glitter red, or we've got the Ruby Woo. To everyone's saying, oh, Neil says Wet n Wild. Everyone else is saying unicorn blood. Carol Ann says JSC unicorn blood. Right, okay, looks like it's going to be unicorn blood. I was hoping you'd pick Ruby Woo because I love Ruby Woo. Anywho, right then, Wet n Wild goes back into there, and where's me mirror gone? Right in front of my eyes, right in front of my eyes. Right, okay, I've got you, JSC unicorn blood. Here we go. I love this one. Let me just hang on. Where did my brush, where did my, not brushes, what's it called? These things, tissues go, that I had ready for today. Right then. I just love the smell. I love everything about these products, apart from the person behind the brand. Anywho. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that just instantly lift the look? Doesn't that just lift the look instantly? Like, beforehand, basic bit, like, look, basic bitch, basic witch. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It just oomphs it up to the next level. It really, really, really does. I flipping love this. I love this shade because I love that burnt orangey kind of it's like a burnt orangey ochre type color, mixed in with this like quite a vivid red. So it's not a true red. It is really that burnt orangey autumnal red, which I absolutely adore. Anyway, everyone, that is pretty much our look that we have created together today. Do let me know in the chat, everybody. Do let me know, sorry, in the chat. Do let me know in the comment section. That's the word I was trying to say. I'm going back over with this fixing mist thing, hoping that it will sort my forehead out. I know, right? It's the second lot of setting spray that I have used today, but I think with this look I'm probably going to need it. But there you are, everyone. That is the finished look. I do hope you have enjoyed today's live stream. I've had a lot of fun, actually. I haven't used a highlighter on my cheeks, as you can tell, because I didn't think it needed it. I may or may not be, Kirsty. We are literally going to be jumping in the car shortly and heading up to Merseyside area. So I don't know whether I am or not, to be honest with you. For you, the unicorn blood is an everyday colour. It is for me as well. It is for me as well. I do need to start thinking about getting another one, which is the only thing, because these are so good. Like, it's really hard to see when you start running low. But yeah, but with the, you know, with my gorgeous other half, my husband to be, got me the purple one, so I can now do, like, I've got that purple shade, and I can use this lilac one as a little highlight. They work really nicely together. And he got me the Posh Spice one, which is that kind of taupey brown sort of shade. Absolutely love that. And then he got me the 3 velvet trap ones as well, which are just stunning. So yeah, there we are, everyone. That is today's look. Thank you very much for joining. Oh gosh, what's that? You as well? Yeah, really liking this neutral look. Well, it was neutral, and then, I mean, it's fairly neutral. And then I added the red and the gold. But you know what I mean? For me, it's like neutral colors. It isn't too vibrant in your face, which is what I would probably, you know, have done personally. I do want, you see, look, if I have Botox and I could just fix that eyebrow to there, then I'm even. But then it looks like this eye's really droopy. So then I'd have to have this one lifted, and then this. That way madness lies. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I love Thursdays. I absolutely love this stream. And I love my Sundays, and I love Kirsty's Fridays when she's on. I just love hanging out in the community. So yeah, look out for the Slimming World vlog on Saturday, as always. It's going to get very expensive for me, is all I can say. But yeah, have a little look out for that. Also, as I say, we will be filming the pumpkin butternut squash and beetroot soup recipe. Hopefully we'll be filming that tomorrow. Supposed to have made it already, but ran out of time today. And the unboxing of the other thing, the air fry. So yes, that's it, everybody. Will that go in there? No, I was hoping it would go in my little lipstick holder, but it won't. And neither do the velvet traps. They're also too big. So yeah, Neil, I saw your message. I will respond in a few minutes on that there Insta about filming the vlog, the next podcast rather. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon, this morning, this evening, whatever it's been. I've had a really lovely time. I've got to go now, and yeah, I will see you all very soon. Don't forget, the Rockerbox video is up on this channel. Have a little look for the beauty playlist as well. There's a beauty playlist now. Yeah, I will see you all very soon on another one. Thank you so much for joining. I've got a new outro video to play you all as well. I know, right? I've been so busy. I will see you all very soon. If you are catching this on the replay, don't forget to put that red flower emoji, whichever red flower it is that you can find. Pop that into the chat. That'll be absolutely lovely. And all that's left to do, as always, is to say stay you, stay safe, stay authentic, and I will most definitely catch you on the next one. And with that, I'm going to press this as my new outro. Bye, everyone. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? Because I had a bloody banner right across the bottom of it. So we'll do that one more time. Are you ready? Here we go. Bye, everyone.